De Michel-Charland vers Neuville. On a deux cyclistes avec nous autres, Florence Genois et Clermont-Simard, qu'on voit à l'instant même. Clermont and Florent. Tuesday, August 13, 2013. It's about 15 degrees centigrade and the wind is from the northeast, about 25 to 30 kilometers. It means that the riders coming eastbound will have a headwind. Good luck, guys. Nous sommes en direction Neuville. Il vient juste de passer Donnacona. Et puis on attend Michel. C'est difficile de savoir à quelle heure il va passer avec son groupe. Clermont est en dedans. Puis un petit café chaud. Le vent de l'Est assez important. Wind from the northeast about 30 to 35 kilometers. Waiting for Michel-Charland. Bonjour! Bonjour! Michel-Charland en jaune. Bonjour Michel, c'est Henry! We had a meeting this morning at Pavillon Moreau with the TDC guys of 2013 and some guest speakers. Pavillon Moreau, Laval University.
Around the 22nd.
So, what day did you go for 50 just now then?
I got my first flat yesterday.
Your first flat?
Yes.
You're lucky? Larry, Jerry, and Bill.
And the driver.
And the
youngest
driver.
guys. And the most athletic guys of the group.
The first thing I want to say is that the reason why we have you here this morning is to mention a few things, but I also want to present to you my friends that have traveled, like most of you guys know, in many countries around the world. Starting with Clermont-Simard, he's our leader, and the brain behind this group, helping out.
The brain is there, not there.
Helping out people like myself, elderly person, and disabled people. That's his goal, to help out people of that nature. And actually, the team is made out of 4 persons. Richard Dufour, the husband, for the presentation is not available. And actually, Hélène, without her, the only reason she doesn't stand up, she got a broken leg. 2 weeks ago, they had a 1-week cycling trip, and at the last day, she was helping Jean, who is blind, coming out of a door, and the big steel door hit her leg and broke her leg. But she promised me that the minute the leg will be back in order, she'll be back on her bike. It's actually the first time. It's actually not the first time she's broken a bone. In Australia, she fell and broke her thumb in an accident, a bicycle accident. Anyway, that's my introduction. I'll let Robert talk to you, and if he's got some difficulty with English word or you don't understand, just tell me and I'll translate what he has to say.
Welcome all of you here in Quebec City. Is it the first time for you here? Yeah? You like it? Did you sleep tight yesterday night? Yes?
Yes.
Very tight?
And dry.
Yeah.
And a dry
Oh,
place.
yes, yes, very important. Okay, so I'm the Lion Club president of our town just in the north here. And we are 30 members about it. And Michel is a distance member. Yeah, for Calgary, is that? Right. So we very appreciate your visit here with all of you. I don't know if you know the mission of the Lion. Do you know what's the mission? No? We help the blind people, okay, to give minimum of physical activities. And Jean is our ambassador. He's a very good athlete. He's a good runner, a good cyclist too. Swimmer too, yes. He made a triathlon, I think, 1 or 3 times. 2 weeks ago, we made a trip with 3 blind people, three blind person, and they ride about 500 kilometers. So what you do and what they do is the same thing for me. And I very appreciate your effort in the bike, so equally for your mind too. I think it's the most principal thing for all of us who make physical activities. We know, you have two of us, les deux victimes.
Yeah. Two members of the club.
Yeah. Normally I don't know what. It's terrible for you. It's terrible for us too. Guy will talk of you about an activity here in Quebec City for every year. Yeah. He was not available this morning. I will replace him. Only his voice, okay? You're all welcome to Quebec City. Okay? So, I just want to give to each of you a lot of energy to complete your tour du Canada. How many kilometers is it? Oh, yeah?
7,632.
Depending on how many times you get lost.
That's a minimum.
It's a minimum? So, how many?
English with a blind person in the group with his dog. The dog, woof, woof, woof. Then my friend told me, he can understand you. That was a good joke. I'm president of an organization that we call Motor Foundation. Adaptation Foundation. And for maybe 35 years now, we try to promote active lifestyles with the look seeing beyond, because we believe to the heart, and everything has to the heart if we want to go forward to promote a good feeling about life. And I am with Jean Bouchard for many years now, and as you know, he was born deaf, not able to speak before 10 years old, and now from 45 years old, he's completely blind. And then together, he's our ambassador, and together we try to change the eyes with seeing beyond. We call that in French avec les yeux du cœur, and we promote active lifestyle, because if we want to realize our dreams, we have to be in action. Not to tell you anything else, so except we are in the same feeling about life. And then maybe we can ask our friends, Guy, to talk about the silence moment ending with some terrible events when we're doing something active in our life.
Good morning. My name is Guy Sear. If you find out that I have another English, it's because I'm originally from New Brunswick, so you're heading toward my own. I'm the organizer here in Quebec City of the Ride of Silence. Ride of Silence, if you don't know, it's a worldwide event organized each year around the world to commemorate a cyclist victim of a car accident. That's the first object of the organization. The second is to promote good driving manners and good biking manners to end with a culture of respect on the road between bikers and drivers. And so first I'd like to transmit you my heartfelt condolences for the loss of Irene and Bob, and I wish that the rest of your trip will be pleasant. You're living the motto Admare usque admare with your bike trip. Now you're about to discover why the motto of Quebec used to be called La Belle Province, because the next part of your journey will be very pleasant. You'll be biking along the St. Lawrence River up to Rivière-du-Loup. You're probably heading toward New Brunswick on the bike path over there.
I don't know yet. Adam is the master of our directions.
Okay.
I
So
don't
if
have the
you-
maps.
So I've biked this road and it's really nice. So it will be pleasant and it will probably be safe because there's a nice shoulder on the road. Thank you. And it will be safe for you. So I'd like to ask you to take a moment of silence in the memory of Irene and Bob. So. If you go bikers who have been killed, some of them write beautiful things. And last year, one wrote that the biker Didier, who was killed, and his friend wrote, "You will always ride with me." So, and the rest of the trip, I think that Irene and Bob will ride with you in your heart. Have a good trip.
Not at home, and come to Laval University here, and there's some students that guide them from one room to another, to the swimming pool, to the gym, to the cycling, doing some cycling, stationary cycling, and running on a mat. Beyond that, actually, we participate every year in different events. Just recently, he was in Ottawa, and he ran a half marathon. Tu courais un demi-marathon, Ottawa? Tu courais un demi-marathon, Ottawa?
Oui, il a fait un très beau demi-marathon au mois de mai. Et puis, j'étais bien à l'aise. J'ai réussi à faire, ça faisait 11 ans que j'ai pas fait un demi-marathon. J'ai fait 2h14. Classé deuxième pour 75 ans.
In May, he was in Ottawa. He ran the half marathon. He did it in 2 hours and 14 minutes. Naturally, running with somebody that has a spring-loaded cord in between him. This gentleman has done marathon, Boston Marathon, Quebec, Vancouver, Paris with Clermont-Simard. He has, I don't know, how many marathons have completed? He's also, Jean has also, he's on record to be one of the very few, and please correct me, one of the very few totally handicapped, totally blind person that completed a triathlon. Swimming, running, and cycling, always assisted naturally by somebody. And that is when we're married. And that is a fantastic situation. At 7 years old, totally blind, 85% deaf, active life, and getting married. Now, can you ask for a better lifestyle? I don't think so.
Or a better wife?
Yeah, his wife is a wonderful lady that takes good care of Jean and makes sure that he enjoys life and keeps him busy, going in different places and traveling. So that makes his life a lot more interesting, and his surrounding, his family. his friends that support him every day. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I invite you, if you wish. Mind you, you do have a busy day. If you want to mingle, talk to Clermont, our leader, Robert, Guy, or Jean, please come and talk to him, or just shake his hand if you want. And Mike, and you also, oh yeah, I have to say something for the ladies. This man is blind. We were in France, and Clermont was giving a conference, because when he traveled, he does all conferences pertaining to a disabled person. So we were first at 3 o'clock, expected at City Hall for wine and cheese and champagne. And from there, the lady working there, secretary, was given told to walk us to the stadium, the place for the conference, which she did very well. And there again, we had wine and cheese and champagne. And then she walked us back to the City Hall where the vehicle was parked. We all thanked the lady. She was a beautiful lady. This man doesn't see. Do you know what he said to the lady? Thank you so much for taking care of us. You're a beautiful woman. It's only by the voice. So he had detected by the voice that this lady was beautiful. Now you're going to say, you don't see when you're blind? Jean is able to detect most people how they look, just by the voice. So that's another example of somebody who could be rocking himself to death. Now, on the video, he does it the first time. But I've seen him do it in Rio, and I have to say, because I cannot do it, after 2 or 3 shots, he puts it in the basket. That's remarkable. So those are the talents that people have hidden a lot of time, because they are handicapped, they don't explore them. But their surrounding can make a big difference and give them a chance to survive and have a good time. Anyway, thank you so much for dropping in. I appreciate your visit. I know that you have possibly a everyday schedule ahead of you. And enjoy Quebec City. Quebec's a beautiful city. It's unfortunate it's not sunny. But
The clouds are going away.